kind of how we got to where we were at with that. The previous board, before I got on the board, said that a church, under the law, any church that's not being used any longer is taxable. So they had these guys put them all back on the tax rolls, and obviously that was pretty controversial.
My dad told me
So
this.
our way, when we came in to kind of resolve it, was if somebody had a service at least once, I think it was a month or once a quarter, we said, good enough. That kind of took care of it, and that's kind of where that all came from. But, yeah, to compare last time and this time, I mean, the 13,000, the agreement with the school is that we weren't on fair market value because of all the across-the-board changes that were made, so you can't necessarily look at 2012 and 2013 and say it went up by this amount because the courts say, 2012 wasn't a fair market value, so, but we will.
Well, even disregarding that, Steve, if you look at this property and look at how much can be used for the church itself, it does abut our property, but it is a separate deed.
Right.
And what the church is, and to ask if it's anything, if the tax bill says church, it's church. It has always been a church. Whether there's been a congregation on Sunday morning, Sunday evening, Wednesday evening, or the third Wednesday of April, it is a church. You cannot change that fact. And my wife and I both disagree with the reason I believe 13,000 stuck is the one former commissioner asked us, we were to buy the church separately before we decided to buy the home when my dad passed away. And when it was appraised for market value, it was appraised at 13,000.
And that was what year, sir?
2004.
And this is 2012, going to be 13, and you don't think it increased in value any?
No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't.
Okay.
No, I don't. Because I know a Mrs. Purdue here in town that bought her home for like 138,000 and sold it for 103,000 just recently.
That was a distressed sale, sir.
Hey, we don't know what the distress sale is down there, man.
You just told me it was in a distressed sale. You bought it for that amount.
I bought it for 13,000.
Was it a distressed sale?
Well, it was a property gift. It was a gift from my dad to me. It wasn't a distress sale. It was a gift. We didn't decide to move there until 2008. We don't know. There's a property down on 220. His name is Tom Peterman. And it has been on sale. The gentleman passed away, and it's been on sale for quite a while. It's right across from the old Cletus property, and you know where I mean.
Yeah.
And is it a distress sale? It's a sale that's been on the market for quite a while. My brother has the Bedford or Cumberland Valley Township school on sale, and he's way below what he paid for it. Is that a distress sale? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I know this property. And I know that we haven't made any significant improvements for it to go up from 13,000 to 26,900, whatever it was. The property is a church. I'm trying to tell you, we have not made any significant improvements to put any value to this property. We have maintained it to keep it as a, well, Paul Crawford's not interested in it as a historical site, but we have not made any significant improvements on it. We haven't put a bathroom in it. We haven't put a ramp up to it. It is a church.
Let me see the second page, the condition. What do you have condition there? Can you call it?
It's not commercial because it's going to be.
It's great. Great deed.
If either any of you gentlemen are familiar with horsehair plaster, that's the type of plaster it's in. It is like a white pine or a yellow pine in the church.
Yeah.
I recently, yesterday in fact, I was revarnishing the existing pews, and I was sort of taken back how people feel that they can carve obscenities into God's house. But Mr. Crook, what would you say if I came up to your house and I carved my initials in your door jamb?
I wouldn't be too happy.
Neither was I. Neither was I. Believe me, neither was I.
Yeah.
And that's Steve's father-in-law's bunch. So I won't get on my soapbox today. I promise you I won't.
All right.
But
Yeah, I'm familiar with Horsehair Pasture. That was what, that whole old farmhouse I tore down. All Horsehair Pasture.
okay, I know the farmhouse you speak of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, where Adams has lived at one
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we used to have 5 days, now it's whenever. I mean,
I'm not pushing for this.
we're not gonna
This is-
take,
It's
however long it
taxes out.
takes, we gotta make a decision as far as the value. You'll get a notice, and then if you're okay with it, you're fine. If not, I mean, you can appeal in the court of common pleas, but it's tax exempt, so I don't know
Well,
what you would gain, but
I'm just asking you to,
we'll.
if there's a chance it could go back on the tax records, as I spoke with Melissa about.
Right.
If there's a chance, you know, I just, you know, I realize maybe it's going up, but over 100% when, you know, there was, and we can argue until the cows come home about distressed property or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's, and the windows are original. You know, what I'm saying is, there hasn't been any,
Right.
and I'm sorry, I get a little bit emotional about this, but it's, I was here before, you know what I mean? I've sat here in this chair before,
Okay.
and I believe Bliss was here, and Steve, I know you excused yourself, so you know I've been here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that it?
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
John, thanks for coming in.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Or see you again.
See you again, yes.
See you? Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, just Morris, thank you. Melissa, I apologize, but I wanted to get my point across that this is, you know, and I do apologize for saying something to you about speaking, but I want to apologize.
Thanks.
Mhm.